Hippies and lovers of drink, clapping and shouting for poetry. Strange, but so is John Cooper Clarke. Holding down a day job in the tool room of Salford Tech, he also happens to be just about the brightest performing poet this side of Cassius Clay.
Thank you very much indeed.
How long have you been working here? Doing this?
3 years.
3 years?
No ambition.
What do the rest of the people think about you being a poet?
Oh. All right.
Cheers.
Well, not many of them know. You do now, we've blown me cover.
Are you embarrassed about being a poet?
Not really, but I mean, people can get entirely the wrong impression, can't they? Poet, you know, it's a fella that skips around with a butterfly net, isn't it? This one's called You'll Never See a Nipple in the Daily Express, which isn't far short of the truth when you come to think of it. I've seen letters that lust after immigrants' blood from people in Surrey, meaning nothing but good. I've seen fairy tales turned into facts concerning strikers' terrorist stats. I've seen how democracy is under duress, but I've never seen a nipple in the Daily Express. If freedom is threatened by those who are free, then by all means hang them from the Tyburn tree. The lynch mob mentality must have its voice. This newspaper is its natural choice. Margaret Thatcher looks stunning, yes, but why no nipples in the Daily Express? This paper is boring, mindless and mean. It's full of pornography, the kind that's clean. Where William Hickey meets Michael Caine, again and again and again and again. You'll hear all kinds of ugliness in hideous excess, but you'll never find a nipple in the Daily Express. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
One of the many strange things about John Cooper Clarke is that the new wave poet uses the old wave technique of rhyme.
Yeah, well, it's, if you clear up that end of things, you know, you say it's...
What do you mean, clear up the end of it?
Well, you can get into all sorts of problems if you don't use rhyme. You know, you can be over-verbose, you can... all kinds of things. If you use rhyme, it concentrates the images, disciplines them, and makes them accessible.
But even without rhyme, he is eminently accessible, as in this prose intro to Cycle Sluts.
This next disc, hipsters, flicksters and finger-popping daddies, concerns those pouting prima donnas found within the swelling J. Arthur ranks of the sexational cycle sluts. Those nubile nihilists of the North Circular, hell's bitch-biking bells, those lean leatherette lovelies of the Leeds intersection, whose Cro-Magnon faces and crab nebula curves haunt the highways of the UK, whose credo of whip-crack justice captures the collective libido like a lariat's, delightfully disciplined, dumb but deluxe, deliciously, deliciously deranged.
Charlie Mingus. This mule ain't from Moscow. This mule ain't even from the south. This mule has had some learning, mostly mouth to mouth. This mule could be called clever and lazy, but in a certain kind of way, this mule could be waiting, learning, hoping and planning for a sacred kind of day. A day when the burning of sticks and crosses is not mere child's play, but a madman in his most incandescent bloom, whose loveliest soul is imperfection in its most lustrous groom. So stand fast, young old mule, soothe and contemplation thy burning hole and aching fire. Thy stubbornness is of the living, and cruel anxiety has begun to die.
People see your album in my house and say, oh, he looks nasty. Do you worry about people misunderstanding you?
No, I mean, well, nasty. It's visuals, nasty, yeah. Visually kind of more like interested than nasty, I would have thought. I'm not nasty.
You're not nasty at all. Can you do this lovely prayer for us now? It's a busman's prayer, isn't it?
Bus driver's prayer.
Bus driver's prayer. Go on.
Our Father, that way, who art in Hendon, Harrow Road be thy name. Thy Kingston come, thy Wimbledon, in Erith as it is in Hendon. Give us this day our Berkhamsted, and forgive us our Westminsters, as we forgive those who Westminster against us. For thine is the Kingston, the Purley and the Crawley, for Ivor and Ivor, Crouch End.